Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
November 21, 1926 America, New York. Multiple people injured when driver plows through a Wisconsin holiday parade. Live updates. Witness describes the moment the car ran through holiday parade crowd.
BBC News World. November 21, 1912 America, New York. War photographer. Telling people stories gives me hope. Claire Thomas says she couldn't help people in Iraq and Afghanistan, but she could tell their stories. BBC News World. November 21, 1909 America, New York. The 99-year-old cyclist who has won a world silver medal. How a former World War II pilot came second in a cycling competition for older people. BBC News World. November 21, 1908 America, New York. T.B. Joshua's widow in the battle for his Nigerian church. 5 months after the death of the prominent Nigerian televangelist, services have resumed. BBC News World. November 21, 1906 America, New York. How should we teach children about climate change? Experts say it's time for India's schools to start teaching climate change as a distinct subject. BBC News World. November 21, 1904 America, New York. Kunsthaus Zurich. Looted art claims pose questions for Swiss Museum. Emil Berl's Impressionist art collection raises problems for Zurich's big, extended Kunsthaus. BBC News World. November 21, 1900 America, New York. Beirut blast. UN ignored plea for port disaster evidence. Letters to the UN chief's office requesting key information have gone unanswered, the BBC has found. BBC News World. November 21, 1842 America, New York. Justin Bieber urged to cancel Saudi show by Khashoggi's fiancé. The fiancé of murdered journalist Jamal Khashoggi urges the star not to perform in Saudi Arabia.
RT World News. November 21, 1806 America, New York. U.S. nonprofit responds to claims it brought close relative of COVID-19 virus to Wuhan. An American nonprofit behind the U.S.-funded bat virus research in China has denied ever sending virus samples from Laos, a place where SARS-CoV-2 closest natural relative was found, to Wuhan in response to fresh allegations.
Mirror World News. November 21, 1757 America, New York. Missing Chinese tennis star Peng Shuai claims she is safe and well in video call. Missing Chinese tennis star Peng Shuai had a 30-minute video call with International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach to confirm she was safe and well.
Wall Street Journal World News. November 21, 1746 America, New York. 2 of 17 missionaries kidnapped in Haiti are released. The Ohio-based missionary group says the 2 released hostages are in good spirits.
Mirror World News. November 21, 1725 America, New York. Protests erupt across Europe as new COVID rules come into force. Belgian riot police turned their water cannon on demonstrators marching through the capital Brussels on Sunday as the crowds threw stones, fireworks and smoke bombs at officers.
New York Times World News. November 21, 1722 America, New York. Angry and divided. Austrians argue over a lockdown and vaccine mandates. As a new wave of COVID infections spreads over Europe, resistance to public health measures is growing, and not just in Austria. Protesters burning face masks during a demonstration against Austria's coronavirus lockdown in Vienna on Saturday.
Fox World News. November 21, 1720 America, New York. I lost everything. Guadeloupe riots overtake COVID protest. Residents in the Caribbean island of Guadeloupe, an overseas territory of France, expressed dismay Sunday after protests against COVID-19 restrictions erupted into rioting and looting for the 3rd day in a row, prompting French authorities to send in police special forces.
BBC News World. November 21, 1719 America, New York. Kenyan police investigate BBC worker's death in Nairobi. Kate Mitchell, a British national who worked for BBC Media Action, is found dead in the capital Nairobi.
World CBS News, com. November 21, 1714 America, New York. 2 of 17 hostages released in Haiti, U.S. missionary group says. While we rejoice at this release, our hearts are with the 15 people who are still being held, the church group said.
November 21, 1709 America, New York. No prison time for man who pleaded guilty to rape and sexual assault of 4 teenage girls. A man who pleaded guilty to the rape and sexual assault of 4 teenage girls will avoid prison time after a New York state judge said time behind bars would be inappropriate.
BBC News World. November 21, 1703 America, New York. Haiti kidnappers release 2 missionaries among 17 abducted. 2 people among a group of 17 U.S. and Canadian missionaries abducted last month are said to be safe.
November 21, 1649 America, New York. I'm honestly speechless. CNN commentator reacts to CPAC's latest move. CNN's Jim Acosta and political commentator Kirsten Powers react to CPAC banning Sesame Street characters from attending the conservative organization's 2022 conference over Sesame Street's promotion of COVID-19 vaccines.
New York Times World News. November 21, 1638 America, New York. 2 of 17 kidnapped missionaries in Haiti are freed, group says. After being held hostage for 37 days by a gang, 2 people with a U.S. Christian aid group have been released in Port-au-Prince and are described as safe. The Christian Aid Ministries compound in Titanian, north of Port-au-Prince.
CNN.com World. November 21, 1633 America, New York. Residents evacuated from Italian island volcano over carbon dioxide levels. Most of the 250 permanent residents of a volcanic Italian island have been told to evacuate after levels of carbon dioxide in the air spiked dangerously, causing respiratory problems to people and their pets. Mirror World News. November 21, 1633 America, New York. Police cadets don Nazi uniforms and Hitler mustache at German cultural exchange event. The head of a Colombian police academy has been sacked after cadets dressed as Nazis, with one even donning a Hitler mustache, in a disastrous attempt at diplomacy.
New York Times World News. November 21, 1628 America, New York. Your Monday briefing. Sudan's military releases the Prime Minister.
Mirror World News. November 21, 1620 America, New York. Husband saved wife from savage shark attack by landing punches until it let go. Chantel Doyle, 35, was on a trip to Port Macquarie in New South Wales with her husband Mark last year when the super predator latched onto her calf and tried dragging her underwater.
November 21, 1617 America, New York. Justin Bieber called on to cancel Saudi Arabia concert by slain journalist's fiancé. The fiancé of murdered journalist Jamal Khashoggi wrote an open letter published by the Washington Post calling for Justin Bieber to cancel his upcoming concert in Saudi Arabia.